Assalamu alaikum. I am Gazanfar and today we will discuss about the optical isomerism. The optical isomerism is a type of stereo isomerism, and more precisely we can say that optical isomerism is type of configurational isomerism. We have these two different compounds that having same molecular formula of C3H6O3. They have same structural formula, they have same order of connectivity of atoms, and they have same bond sequence. This methyl group is above the plane and this carboxyl group is below the plane. Similarly, we can see that in this compound, this methyl group is above the plane and this carboxyl group is below the plane. So these two compounds having same order of connectivity of atoms and same bond sequence, but these two compounds are differed with respect to the three-dimensional orientation, and they are non-superimposable mirror images of each other. So they are two different compounds and they show different behavior. They show different behavior towards plane polarized light. And these two compounds also show different optical properties. Such compounds are called optical isomers. Such compounds are called optical isomers, and the phenomenon is known as optical isomerism. Different compounds that having same molecular formula, same structural formula, same order of connectivity of atoms, and the same bond sequence, but they are different with respect to the three-dimensional orientation. With respect to the three-dimensional orientation of atoms or bonds in space, and they show different behavior towards the plane polarized light and show different optical properties. Such compounds are called optical isomers, and the phenomenon is known as optical isomerism. They are called enantiomers of each other. They are also called DL pairs of each other and positive negative pair of each other. Chirality, geometric property of chiral molecules. Chiral molecules that they are non-superimposable, and non-superimposable mirror images of each other. Mirror images of each other. So these compounds are called chiral molecules, and this geometric property is called chirality. Optical isomers require optically active carbon. Optically active carbon. What is optically active carbon? This carbon is optically active carbon. This carbon is also optically active carbon. The carbon which is directly attached with four different groups is called optically active carbon. This carbon is sp3 hybridized carbon. It is tetrahedral geometry, stereogenic center. Stereogenic center. And we can also say that it have chiral center. Chiral center. They are tetrahedral, stereogenic center, chiral center, directly attached with four different groups. Asymmetrical carbon. Asymmetrical carbon or lack internal plane of symmetry. This carbon is called chiral carbon. This is called optically active carbon, which is sp3 hybridized tetrahedral arrangement, stereogenic center, also called chiral center. It is asymmetrical carbon. It lacks internal plane of symmetry and directly attached with four different groups. This is called chiral carbon. It has the ability to rotate the PPL light. It has the ability to rotate the PPL light that is called plane polarized light, and this property is called optical activity. The ability to rotate the plane polarized light is called optical activity, and this property is shown by optically active compounds. Only optically active compounds show this property, that is called optical activity. Suppose we have a ordinary light in which electromagnetic waves of light vibrate in multiple planes. It is an ordinary light. When I pass this ordinary light through Nicol prism that is made up of calcite or calcium carbonate. When I pass this ordinary light through Nicol prism, it is converted into PPL light, plane polarized light, in which electromagnetic waves of light oscillate only in one direction. When this plane polarized light is passed through optically active compound, through a sample of optically active compound, this plane polarized light is rotated in the anti-clockwise direction or in the clockwise direction. If this light is rotated in the anti-clockwise direction, then it is our levorotatory. If it is rotated in the clockwise direction, then it is our dextrorotatory. It is in anti-clockwise direction, it is rotated in the clockwise direction, and this is measured by an instrument that is called spectropolarimeter. What is specific rotation? Specific rotation. It is the observed rotation alpha when a light of wavelength 589.6 nanometer is passed through a sample solution having concentration of 1 gram per cm cube and path length of 1 decimeter. 1 decimeter is equal to 10 centimeter. This is called specific rotation. The specific rotation is that observed rotation when a light of wavelength 5 and 9.6 nanometer is passed through a sample solution that having concentration of 1 gram per cm cube or path length of 1 decimeter. Such rotation is called specific rotation. It is denoted by alpha concentration into D. So these are the specific conditions that the wavelength of light is 589.6 nanometer and the path length of the sample solution is 10 centimeter or 1 decimeter and the concentration is 1 gram per cm cube. This is the formula of specific rotation. Path length in 1 decimeter L into concentration in gram per cm. If we take this specific rotation as constant, then our observed rotation is directly proportional to the path length and it is also directly proportional to the concentration. Mean if we double the path length and kept constant this concentration, then our observed rotation also becomes double. And if we take the path length constant and double the concentration, then our observed rotation becomes double. And if we double the concentration and also double this path length, then our observed rotation becomes 4 times. What is stereogenic center? Stereogenic center. An atom which creates stereoisomers by swapping groups is called stereogenic center. Important point is that all stereogenic centers are not chiral centers, but all chiral centers are stereogenic centers. We have a molecule. This is our cis-2-butene, and this carbon is sp2 hybridized. This carbon is also sp2 hybridized, and they both are the stereogenic center in this molecule. If we are swapping these two groups, then we get another stereoisomer, that is the trans isomer. It is our cis-2-butene. And this molecule also have two stereogenic centers. One stereogenic center is this, and other stereogenic center is this. So these two centers are the stereogenic center. They are not chiral centers, because we have already discussed that the chiral carbon is that carbon which is directly attached with 4 different groups like this, and it is sp3 hybridized, it is tetrahedral, geometric, optically active, asymmetrical, and lacking internal plane of symmetry. These are all the characteristics of this chiral carbon, and it has the ability to create the plane polarized light, that is called optical activity. That is called optical activity. So this is the concept of stereogenic center and chirality. Starting, we have discussed an example of lactic acid. This is an example of lactic acid. This is the 3-dimensional orientation of lactic acid. Yeah. Stereogenic center, chiral center. These are both lactic acids. One is the positive lactic acid and other is the negative lactic acid. The value of, they have identical, the enantiomers have same or identical physical properties. Physical properties like melting point, like boiling point, like density, but they have same value of specific rotation, but with opposite sign. But with opposite sign. The value of specific rotation for positive lactic acid is plus 3.82, and for negative lactic acid is minus 3.8.